on sports page number 1 of the Daily People, ladies and gentlemen. Amid of the day today, I had given you a hint that we are going to see basically issues that are related to politics as well within the pages that I'm going to see into. And as that now, Governor Arati petitions Kisii CCIO over abuse of office charges. Now, Governor Kisii County, Honorable Arati, has launched an official complaint at the Directorate of Criminal Investigation, DCI, over conspiracy to defeat justice by Kisii County Criminal Investigation Office, CCIO, and Arati wants action taken against Kisii County CCIO Catherine Njue, who he accused of abuse of office. Arati said that his decision to make complaint arose from information that he had come to his attention through an online audio clip where the CCIO in Kisii had plotted with other officers to plant weapons at his residence in Kisii and in various residences of people perceived to be supporting him. Now, Kisii Governor, while the information reached him over the weekend, the plot appears to have been made earlier in February after he had attended the funeral service of the departed Kisii National Polytechnic Principal Daniel Njeki. So, as of now, ladies and gentlemen, Kisii Governor Arati says he is not at peace, and of course his life can be taken any time, as per the clip that he alleges to be seen and has really trended on social media, and that the government through the DCI should do investigation thoroughly for the allegation. Based on the same page, we are told why senators want MCAs stripped off oversight role. So MCAs stripped off oversight role. So Homa Bay Senator Moses Kajwang says ward reps should oversight funds created by legislation. So the MCAs, and of course as per the law, the MCAs should give oversight to the members of parliament. And now Senator Kajwang says they need to take that into consideration. A Senate committee is proposing to strip ward representatives of absolutely oversight mandate on some funds spent by the county executive. So the Senate County Public Accounts Committee, CPAC, has proposed to deny the members of the County Assembly, MCAs, power to oversight the county executive and the assembly. In the proposal that could trigger uproar among the MCAs, the committee suggests to limit the oversight mandate of the ward representatives. Now, these guys are not to see into how expenditure of the county assemblies are conducted according to this legislation. So committee, the person chair Moses Kajwang Homa Bay, says the MCAs should oversight funds created by legislation passed by the county assembly. Any funds established by a national legislation should be oversighted by the Senate, Kajwang proposed. So we need to have a conversation around oversight. Oversight of the county assemblies should be an exclusive mandate of the Senate, says Kajwang. Now, Daniel financial documents During the meeting at the KICC last Thursday, Assembly PA members lamented about being denied financial documents with their attempts to summon the clerk failing in deaf ears. Now, that has also been addressed over here. As you can see from the same page, ladies and gentlemen, these officers are in obstacles because they can't just allow each other to get to know what's being done out there concerning the treasury, the monetary treasuries across the country. That has also been addressed there. So you can have the newspaper with you, the People Daily, on page number 2 and have it for your own. As I push on to page number 3, Kemri wants billion shillings, 20 billion to stop relying on donors. Now, Kemri wants Kenya shillings 20 billion to stop relying on donors. Now, this one has also been addressed over here. So we are told that, did you know that 70% of the Senate of the art research outcomes at the Kenya Medics Research Institution, Kemri, are donor funded? I think many are now getting to it to now, as of now, and as such, denying the country intellectual property rights. Now, Kemri, according to this newspaper, is that it was undertaken by donors, and it's now out there that it should work independently, and these donors should go so that at least the Kenya Revenue Authority should get to know what's trending in here and the beneficial part of it. And did you know that 70% of researchers at Kemri are on contract and under donor remuneration, and as a result denying the country to own its data? So this has also been addressed over here. You can have it for yourselves. Now, concern as the elderly man killed by stray buffalo in Voi. A man died after an attack by buffalo in Voi on Monday morning, highlighted the human-wildlife conflict in Taita Taveta County. Richard Mwawasi died in an incident which occurred around 7 a.m. in the Reflot area, despite efforts to save him. He succumbed to his injuries at Moi County Referral Hospital, said Voi Sub-County Police Commander Ibrahim Dafailam. The incident underscores the challenges faced by communities near Tsavo National Park. Proximity to the park has seen residents in the lowlands parts of Taita Taveta County one-on-one, ladies and gentlemen. That has also been addressed. Those wildlife and the community need some special attention. Okay, as we proceed to the second page here, we are told that the 4 suspects are to be charged with the embezzlement of Kenya shillings 490 billion at the National Museums of Kenya between financial year 2015 and 2016 and 2021 and 2022. So EACC detectives commenced after they received a report that the NMK officials were embezzled public funds through irregular payment of salaries to ghost employees. Now, this has also been addressed on the second day. Of course, it was discussed prior, but the investigation has been commenced right away. Primary schools heads push for career structure reforms. So the same has been addressed here about the primary schools heads pushing on another structure reform of which teachers wants their employer to review job grading system to allow career progression on the same page. So primary schools teachers now are demanding better recognition and review of their job regarding structure to allow career progression. The Kenya Primary Health Association, KEPSHA, National Chairperson Johnson Nzioka, said the teachers want Teachers Service Commission TSC to recognize head of comprehensive schools that combine the primary section and junior secondary school. So once the heads are identified, Principal Nzoia said there would be better progression, unlike the present situation where teachers have ceiling of jobs group D1 which with no further promotion thereafter. However, the principal Nzioka explained that rise up to senior principal's job sale of D2 and beyond. That has also been addressed on page number 3 of the People Daily, ladies and gentlemen. As we are pushing on, the new demands are here, just on primary section, whereby primary schools teachers wants TSC to recognize them as heads of the core comprehensive schools that combines the primary section and the junior secondary school. They have also opposed amendments to the Education Act seeking to move their management from TSC. They have also asked for increase and timely disturbment of capitation. So that has also been addressed over there on page number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an issue since the year 2020 when the Head Teachers Association across the country called upon their employer TSC to at least see in the improvement and promotion of their heads. And when the CBC, the competence-based curriculum, chipped into the version and as now being the only education system that is ongoing in Kenya, the government through the TSC agreed to create promotion for heads, and particularly those that would attend the junior secondary schools. Now they are out again to demand for their rights as the primary and secondary junior schools for promotion. On page number 5, we are told about the State Hall's pay review for civil servants. So pay review for civil servants is talked about, where head of public service says move will enable it to strike balance between ballooning wage bill and service delivery. So this is also addressed over here, where we are told that the government has suspended review of salaries and allowances of all public officers indefinitely due to what it demands as economic times, hard economic times. So the announcement by head of public service Felix Koskei and salary and remuneration commission SRC chairperson Lynn Mangich dismisses the hopes of increase of salaries for public servants anytime soon. So it means as of now, even those that had been promised that the salaries are going to be increased are not privileged, since the government has come through the financial office saying no increase of salaries will be realized until further notice. So both leaders who spoke during the Third Nation Wage Bill conference at Bomas of Kenya told public servants to brace for stagnated payroll as the government races towards achieving 35% wage bill to revenue rates. Okay, that has also been addressed on the same page, ladies and gentlemen. So there are also some highlights that are on the second page, where we are told that SRC boss Lynn Mangich said that all ministries have attained the 35% wage bill, while stage corporations continue to grapple with a high wage bill of up to 45%. That has also been addressed here. So she says over the last 3 years that the SR received a request whose cost implication was shillings 98 billion, out of which SRC approved 12 billion, hence preserving in the economy an amount of 86 billion. That is what has been preserved for the people of Kenya. As we proceed, ladies and gentlemen, there is BTV Kenya, session number 1 of the newspapers review. We are getting to a short break, then we shall come back for a continuation. I want to believe that you are going to have it right as per this hour. Of course, it was about the newspaper's review, of which I wanted to see on some of the areas that are on page number 7 of the People Daily, where Jubilee functions leaders appear in court over dispute. Let us see which disputes have been alleged over here as per Jubilee function leaders. We are told that nominated MPs Sabina Chege and Kanini Kaga's function of Jubilee Party on Monday appeared before the High Court over the Azimio Jubilee coalition wrangles. So Azimio and Jubilee later, then they were in the same, and the MOUs that were made according to the polls of 2022, ladies and gentlemen, were checked upon. And as that now, you can see from the newspaper or hear from me that some members from the Jubilee have gone to the High Court to appeal over some issues that are not well taken into account as per the agreement that was made prior. So Ms. Chege, Kega and 20 politicians of Jubilee appeared before Milimani High Court Judge Chacha Mwita following court summons to shed light on the dispute that has rocked the former ruling party. So the leaders, however, did not tender their evidence since the court allowed 8 new parties to be joined in the lawsuit filed by Azimio coalition. So in the coalition, there were some parties that were not fully to get to the engagement, but as per now, the court says no enough evidence to prove their pledge. The judge allowed 8 new parties, MPs Samuel Arama and Steve Mogaka, Adam Kainan, Rachel Mamai, Joshua Kituni, Fatuma Dulo, and Abdul Nasir Haji, and interested parties involved the lawsuit. So Justice Mwita directed all the parties to get to the same session during the 14th day and exchange before the hearing of the matter on October 7th of the year 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, those are some of the areas that have been also addressed over here. So private security firms ordered to suspend KOTU remittances. So remittances of KOTU are to be suspended according to some security firms, of which we are told that regular PSRA calls on companies employing 1.3 million guards to hold contributions to union. So that has also been addressed over there. So the Private Security Regulatory Authority, PSRA, has ordered all security firms to immediately cease deductions and remittances of Security Guards Union one-on-one. So this has also been addressed over here. So we see that Fazul Mohammed also said that following the numerous complaints from private security officers, investigations have been launched on the collection and the use of all the finances. So this has also been addressed over there. So KOTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli refuted the claims that the union have failed to advocate for the welfare of private security guards. That has also been addressed over there. So detective copied to all directors, CEOs, and shareholders of private security firms and the guards stated that the order shall remain in force. So you can have it for yourself then, ladies and gentlemen, for at least detailed reading. The DPP seeks death penalty for cop in shillings 15 million robbery. So robbery of 15 million Kenyan shillings has been addressed by the DPP over death penalty. So we are told that this comes after court finds Corporal George Mterere guilty of robbery with violence. So we are going to see what's there. Of course, on the same page you can see that Corporal George Mterere, before Mlimani Chief Magistrate Bernard Ochoi photo is displayed on page number 8 of the People Daily. Ladies and gentlemen, as we proceed to the next session is that the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, has urged a Nairobi court to hand down the death sentence to a police officer who colluded with a thug to rob a cashier of shillings 15 million gunpoint at Miss Busini Business Park in Parklands, Nairobi. So according to these pages that the DPP through the state prosecutor James Gachoka yesterday asked Mlimani Chief Magistrate Bernard Ochoi to improve the lens charge of Corporal George Terere attached to Ruiru Police Station and his co-accused Bernard Okage. So the aggravating circumstances surrounding the robber leaves the court with no other alternative but to impose the mandatory death sentence to former police officer and Okage, whom have court convicted for the capital offense, Gachoka urged. Now, according to this, is that both the police officer and the counterpart are going to be slayed, charged with the corporal punishment of death sentence. So that has also been addressed over there. You can have it read by yourself. Prosecutor said that the suspect used a gun to scare and compel the victim, Dakshan Patel, a cashier at Mitsubishi Computer Garage based at Mitsumani Business Park, to drop the bag that contained $150,000 on December 7th, 2020. So this is a case that has been ongoing as from the year 2020, ladies and gentlemen. But for your benefits, it has gone for all this long, and the case has come to the High Court, and the prosecution has been done against the victims of the circumstances, with the death sentence over the corporal death that was realized from both of them. So call for mercy. Corporal George Mterere and Corporal George who were convicted for violence with robbery, have appealed for mercy. They have appealed for mercy so that at least the court will see mercy on them, that they don't get slain, they don't get killed. Ladies and gentlemen, something that's so sad. So they have appealed before the court, saying the community is willing to accept them back. Their community, even though they happen to get to the drastic kind of disbelief. Of course, when you kill with robbery, it means it's something that is alleged, and it's something that is so intentional. So, but they say before the court that the community is still very ready to receive them back, so that the court could have mercy on them. We are going to see on what's happening with time. So we are again told here that Mterere also said that he had served the country for 25 years as a police officer and has no previous criminal record or disciplinary action from his employer. So it means he alleges that that was his first time, ladies and gentlemen, even though it was thus drastic. But again, he says it's something that hasn't happened since then for the last 25 years that he had served the Kenyan and the employer, and such criminal cases hadn't been found of him. So he calls for mercy. I don't know what your verdict is all about this. You can drop your comment, share on the BTV Live, your home TV. So Senate probes water agency for releasing 5 billion to unlisted farms. So a number of issues here have been addressed on this page number 2, ladies and gentlemen, where we are told the Senate has commenced investigation into how water sector trust fund WSTF allegedly disbursed around shillings 5.9 billion to water service providers not registered under some questionable farms. So the farms that are not registered according to the investigation that was done prior, and that this organization WSTF has been serving them without licensing or registration. So Senate's Land, Environmental and Natural Resources Committee is seeking to establish amount of cash the agency has received since inception and how the resources have been utilized over the years in various water bodies. So that has also been addressed over there, as it says that there is, after Senator Mohammed Chute source answers from the Lands Committee on the project undertaken by the agency, status of completion and exact location where the projects are. So in a statement tabled before the House, Chute wants to know the process used in tendering for multi-billion projects in the water sector across the country. So you can have it read for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, one-on-one, and see what's happening over there. As I see, in October last year, Senate County Public Investments and Special Funds Committee, CPISFC, put management of the fund on the spot after it engaged that the agency disbursed around 5.9 billion Kenya shillings into the CPISFC, ladies and gentlemen. So this is also this has also been addressed on the same page, so you can have it read for yourself for a continuation. As we proceed to the next page, in a short while I will be coming to the end of the segment. Let me see what's trending over here. As we are proceeding one-on-one, is that EACC survey shows that most corrupt departments have also been realized on the same page. So the demand of the police, births and deaths, health county public service board assembly in Nyamira have been ranked as leading in corruption. So Nyamira County is leading in corruption, ladies and gentlemen, on departments of police, births, deaths, health, and county public services. So that has also been addressed over there. So you can have it read for yourself. So in a report released by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption EACC 2 weeks ago, officers working in the 5 institutions demanding bribes before offering services to the public. And I think this is so touching, something substantively addressed on this page, ladies and gentlemen, and it's something that you as well out there, you have been passing through. If you are just a layman, or if you're holding an office in a department of the government, or maybe the non-governmental organizations, it has been something that has really been done, and it's not orderly. Like for if you are holding office of the government and somebody comes to us to be assisted, why do you demand for something? Already you've got your salary, and you may find that this person is coming for your service, because you need to be there. You are the eyes of the government. Okay, so I'm trying to imagine. You can have as well have your verdict and place it on the BTV live page over there, so that you help the Kenyans. So in the police department, ESCC cited that P3 forms were on sale at exorbitant fees. So the exorbitant fees, these P3 forms, for your information. Or if you can't have that chance to hold them, must you sell them? Are they not just brought after something crazy has happened out there? Somebody has been involved in an attack, beaten, and to death? And maybe you need to offer the fifth reform so that at least a case can be filed like it is the same person. So if you're selling to them this, and maybe that money is not there, so it's like you are synchronizing the life standards of Kenyans. Because if you are to take some time, maybe money is still looked for to be brought to you so that you sell them, somebody can lose their life. Somebody can lose their lives. So let's get to a hold. Let's get to a stop. So in the assembly, the anti-graft agency revealed that residents who seek bus reforms from ward reps offices were forced to offer bribes before getting them to subsequently given to these bursaries. I'm trying to imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, it's something that needs to be taken. You know, the bursaries are meant for individuals who are not capable. And do you understand that these people who go to school under the support of the bursaries are people who cannot afford education for themselves, and that's why they get assisted by the government through the bursary funds. And if you are there and that you want to sell or given some bribe so that you give out these forms, what are you doing? I'm trying to ask myself, and for you also tend to ask the same question. In the short while, I'm going to come to an enclosure of the newspaper review this morning, but before I get out of that, I would as well wish to see something on there's something here, this confusion that was realized. So we are told something about television journalist Jack Maribe is also telling us here that it was the first time Maribe was appearing in the public since the High Court acquitted her in the murder of businesswoman Monica Kimani. So that has also been addressed here. This journalist was accused for a murder, but again, it was I had not appeared before the public, but now people have seen him her appearing, and that has also been addressed over here. So Maribe's presence came amidst confusion information from the government over her status, with Courier on the one hand maintaining that she was the new Director of Communication at the Ministry and the Public Service Commission, on the order saying it had not hired her. So it's something that has also been addressed on the same page, ladies and gentlemen. As we accrue to the last bit of the same segment, is that the PS chairperson, Amber Anthony Muchiri, further clarified that no such appointment of request thereof had been made. So for the record, the position will be filled in competition recruitment process should vacancy arise. The statement was there veiled for Kenyans to also attend to it, ladies and gentlemen. So that has also been addressed on the page number 8 of the newspaper review. If something therefore, let us also chip into the last session. I think this will be my last segment on farmers. The other day, through the Agriculture Ministry, it was in the public domain that fertilizer have been brought from the outside country, and this is the session that was actually given the audit, and that the fertilizer are now based and good from Japan. Now, Mithika Linturi says that the fertilizer was are good for the Kenyans to now use them. Coffee growers from various countries in the central region now wants the government to eliminate middlemen in the coffee export business by linking them to direct buyers abroad for better returns. That has also been addressed over there. So there have been issues out there. So the middlemen have been coming to farmers on the ground. Then they tend to confuse these farmers. They take the coffee at a pay that is sold down. Later on, this coffee is sold, failing the farmers on the ground to have the session be done. So the farmers drawn from Kiambu, Muranga, Nyeri, Makueni, Machakos counties regretted that despite their toil, they have continued to suffer low incomes due to a dysfunctional system that continues to favor a middleman. So middlemen in this way are benefiting compared to the real farmers who work in the farm. That has also been addressed on the same page, ladies and gentlemen. The second thing about the same is that during a training forum organized by the Kenya Coffee Producers Association, KCPA, in Thika, Kiambu County, the farmers cited that failure by middlemen to involve them in evaluation of the coffee before determination of the product, service, price, and auction coffee trading have seen their income melt away over the years. So we find this so contradicting to the same that had brought prior, ladies and gentlemen. The same farmers within the country are saying that the middlemen have given them a backbite, that when they come, they take the coffee on very low prices. The same farmers are saying there's a meeting that was held prior, of which they decided that the middlemen should again be given the first priority to help them check on their coffee standards before they get to market. So I want to ask you the biggest question over there. If you're a farmer, you're talking about these people benefiting more than you do, and that you are the person who is taking the workload in the farm. Thereafter, you again say that they should be there to help you check on the standard levels of the coffee that you produce. That will be coming to a point, ladies and gentlemen, on BTV Kenyam, your live home TV. Call me Ocheng Geoffrey Onyang. I'm coming to the end of this last segment. As I know you have enjoyed. For those that do not find time, again tomorrow is a day. We will continue until further notice. Bye and see you tomorrow. God bless you.